How you doing? Yeah, welcome back to our channel. We are the farming couple and we are the loving couple. As you can see, we are on our potato plantation. We are on our sweet potato plantation, and I want you to watch this video carefully because I want to address some cogent issues. I want to correct some misgivings about sweet potato plantation. So if you want to know everything about sweet potato plantation, especially concerning the update that we have brought in the past 1 or 2 years, and we want to make some updates about it, not that the information we've given earlier is wrong, but you know, we evolve. Even farming evolves, and that is why I'm making this video to put some things right, especially concerning the questions some of you have been asking me in the recently. Number one, the first time we brought an update about this farm was 2 months ago, specifically in July, when we were planting. We started planting this area July 3, and this area where we are now, we planted it around July 10 or so. We planted it around July 10 or so. So that is the first thing for us to know. But as you can see, I've never talked about this herbicide before. It is called tuber force tuber. It is tuber force tuber, and you can see it's used for cassava, it's used for yam, it's used for potato, that is Irish potato, and it's also used for sweet potato. And this very place where I'm standing, this is the first place where we tested it. We used just a sachet, this 15 gram. We use one because we use it the first day of planting. Then the next day of planting it, our laborer came to spray everywhere. And let me just share this story. When he applied it the second day, and then he applied it even on the just planted vines, I was angry at him. Because it looked as if everything was going to die, and you know, we had issues of rainfall and all. So I thought it was gone, but lo and behold, look at it now. It's one of the best sections of our farm. You can just look at where my end is. So it's one of the best segments of our farm, because since July that we have applied it, we've not had any reason at all to weed it. We've not had any reason. So there was a time I recommended dragon, and you know, dragon will really affect your sweet potatoes negatively if you don't know how to apply it, and you have to be very careful. But this one, there's no need for being careful. There's no need to exercise caution. Even if it touches the leaves, it will not do it any harm. We have another session there, so of course we'll be bringing an update on it very soon, because we just planted it and we want it to work. We've applied tuber force tuber on that section of the farm too. So we'll be bringing an update shortly to confirm that this is the best for you to use. I'm not advertising it. If any of you have any other herbicide that works perfectly, just like I've always said, that we are here to share knowledge, to learn together, to feed Africa together, to feed the world together, to fulfill SDG 2, which is zero hunger. So you can share it. But for now, I just want to correct the update. The notion that you have to use some other those other things, those other upside that we mentioned. Not that they are not good, but those ones were just a form of compromise, or a form of makeshift for us. They were just a form of makeshift for us, that okay, we don't want to weed, but how do we do? Because then you could not just apply it after some 1 or 2 weeks of planting. But this one, you can even apply it after 3 weeks of planting. But if you want this to work effectively, please and please ensure that you apply it when the weeds or the grasses are still very low, very low. I mean, preferably just 1 or 2 weeks after planting. If you apply it 1 or 2 weeks after planting, it will work effectively for at least 7 weeks. That is 9 weeks after planting. So you know, by that time everything will have covered up. And once your sweet potato covers up, there is no how weed can overtake it again, and that's the end of it. The number 2 issue I want to address is that, people said, okay, which fertilizer do we apply? Is it NPK? There was a time we applied NPK last year, and I brought you an update, especially 2 months after planting. Just like this one, how do you know that it's time to apply fertilizer? If you apply NPK, NPK will not necessarily work for the plant itself. It will work for having a bigger, a bigger root and all, but I don't think that is very necessary for sweet potato. If you really need to apply fertilizer, then you should apply it 2 months after planting, and by that time your sweet potatoes will have been forming, which will have been forming the heap. And how do you know it's forming already? Please bring the camera closer. You can see the cracks. You can see the cracks. So that shows that it's forming already within. Already. So you can just apply it. You see this is the stem. So if you want to apply it, don't apply it here. Don't allow it to touch it. If you apply it here, just about 3 centimeters away, it will work. And you should apply urea. If it is necessary, because we have seen places where we did not apply any fertilizer. We just took care of it, ensure that our farm is neat, and then we got a very high yield. So but if you must apply, please, is urea. So I think that's the second notion I want to correct. But if you don't really want to apply urea, then you can also apply you can apply Super Grow. But how efficient that is, I cannot really say. But we also applied it last year. But if your land is fertile and you've taken good care of the crop, you can just avoid those wastages. I don't really want to call it wastage, because you will see a difference. But if your land is very fertile, it may not be necessary for you. So it's very important that I correct these notions and then bring you an update, so that we can do it in a better and in an enhanced manner, in an improved manner, for us to get the kind of result that we need to get, so that we can have higher yield for our labor, so that I can have our yield for our plantation. So this is just 2 months. And this is very advisable if you also have something like this, to apply pesticide, because like the cracks now, due to lack of rainfall, there might be there's high probability that some pests will gain entrance into the heaps, and once they gain entrance, they'll be affecting the potatoes negatively. Like termites and other things. So but if you can apply any form of pesticide, be it Larafos, be it fungi control, booster, and be it Zepshi, all those ones will work perfectly. They will help your crop, and then they will ensure that there are no disease invasion or pest attack. And then beyond that, once the rain stops, we'll come back, and then with our hose we'll be covering the cracks. So we will cover the cracks one after the other, so that pests will not invade any part of it. The Yorubas will always say that if the wall is not cracked, there's no how a lizard will gain entrance into it. That is metaphor. So If your eaves are not cracked, there is no way pests and any other forms of insect can gain entrance into your can gain access into your crops. So these are the update that we want to bring concerning potato plantation, sweet potato plantation. Of course, more and more in the coming weeks we'll be giving you more and more updates concerning this plant. And because just like we said, we told you we want to ensure an all-round and all year round availability. So this is the first segment. We planted this July, and then there's another segment there we planted August, and then this is September. And if you look down, you will discover that we have actually cleared the bush for another set. So by November we'll be clearing another one for another set to ensure that we have all year round availability. Please stay tuned. Please, this is how we grow. This is kind of information we dish out. We don't hold anything back. We want to grow together. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and please finally turn on your notification button. Let's grow together. We are the farming couple, and we are building the family that we want to be part of. We love you.